Other top story tonight, the White House says it is planning to lay off thousands of federal workers and make other sweeping funding cuts as the government shutdown continues for a second day.
At the same time, the Trump administration just canceled billions in federal funding today to a handful of mostly blue states led by Democrats, including Minnesota. Danny Spiewak joins us live from the state capitol with the latest. Danny?
Well, Governor Walz said today at a Capitol News conference that he is concerned about retaliation, saying he believes that the Trump administration may be targeting Minnesota and other blue states because of payback for the government shutdown that's occurring in Washington. And already this week, we saw the White House and the U.S. Department of Energy canceling climate grants, including some to the state of Minnesota and the Department of Commerce, along with a handful of other Democratic-led states.
For days, White House Management and Budget Director Russ Vought warned Democrats that there could be sweeping federal cuts if they didn't agree to keep the government open.
This is hostage taking. It is not something that we are going to accept.
Within hours of the government shutting down, Vought then announced that, quote, nearly $8 billion in Green New Scam funding to fuel the left's climate agenda is being canceled, listing projects in 16 states led mostly by Democrats, including Minnesota. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, 223 projects were terminated because they, quote, did not adequately advance the nation's energy needs.
This is not normal.
Governor Walz suggested the cuts might be payback for the shutdown.
This whole idea that they see states as Democrats and Republicans, or they see areas as red or blue, is simply the most egregious violation of their oath.
The Trump administration didn't provide a list of which climate-related projects were terminated.
We are aware of significant rescissions to sort of energy projects.
But State Budget Director Anna Mengi said the cuts appear to include a clean energy grant to the Minnesota Department of Commerce for electrical grid improvements. The Commerce Department called reports of the project termination a potentially illegal effort that, if true, would represent an unprecedented and politically motivated breach of federal law and funding norms that could impact energy prices.
Every single economist and every single energy expert shows that they will raise the cost by not allowing us to diversify that. So yeah, I do worry about that. I think we've seen this, a vindictiveness, a willingness to try and target.
Also on Thursday, President Trump said he was meeting with Vought to discuss which Democrat agencies could be cut, adding, "I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity."
Look, we're going to look at agencies that don't align with the administration's values that we feel are a waste of the taxpayer dollar.
Now, the White House has said it is going to have to make potentially thousands of layoffs to rectify the situation with federal funding not flowing because of the shutdown. We know there are 18,000 federal workers here in Minnesota. We don't know at this point how many might be furloughed or terminated. Vice President J.D. Vance said yesterday that they're not targeting workers that are Democrats for any political purposes. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Danny.